We're going to start our second half, and what's going on? Walter's going to be speaking, and I told you about the finger because that's my role. I'm going to be the magic finger clicking the slides because this is a PDF format. So Walter's going to be over here talking about managing the vehicle lifecycle engineering and production operation using the digital twins and simulation based on VSS. So that's what's all going on, and
all right.
Here we go, sir.
Thank you. Well, maybe some of you may know me from the past. It was a company called Aringa. We were part of Genevi, and it was acquired, and I have a new company. And we are really focusing on intralogistics for Industry 4.0 using robotic solutions, AI, and computer vision and other stuff. And so I was thinking about automotive factories and what they do, and have some idea or suggestions, about forming a new group here. And I was on COVESA meeting 1 year ago in Detroit when I introduced some of this concept. And it was not really discussion about digital twin or simulation, but on this conference, it's everywhere. Right, next one. Okay, so this is what I'm going to talk. I'm talking about COVESA. VSS is common approach. You guys know this. And I see that the industry is using digital twin and simulation in design and manufacturing of vehicle. So data model like VSS are critical for both digital twin simulation because digital twin is data, and you have data. Like Bosch, I was looking who is speaking, like the Bosch speaker will explore VSS standards. I was not able to be here on the day. And I believe that using VSS for vehicle lifecycle from engineering, manufacturing, and operation will provide great benefits. Wait, next one, please. Okay, so again, I borrowed this slide from Bosch. You can see also digital twin simulation is coming for engineering, production, operation. Next one, please. This is just example what Mercedes-Benz is using with Omniverse from NVIDIA, other stuff. By the way, also like BMW is working with Epic Games when they do digital twin and simulation for the factories. So it's really coming, and I believe this is the future, and I think that expanding the scope of COVESA for this type of operations really makes sense. Okay, next one. I have 15 minutes, so. Okay, so VDA 5050 is a standard developed in Germany for automotive factories using AGVs and AMRs. And we implemented this, and like those automotive factories, they implemented this because this allow for them to use multiple AMRs and AGV from different vendors and operate. And they have some data, but it's just a protocol. Like COVESA, FSS is not that protocol. They have protocol and they have some data. So I was thinking that cooperation with them could really make sense because they can take advantage of your data. Next one, please. Okay, this is what they have. They really had office in Germany first, and you have to have operations in Germany to be a member. Now they open in Europe, including in Poland, and my engineering team is in Poland, so we are a member of this. They have office also in Washington, D.C., and they just opened a new office 1 month ago in Chicago. So I think, again, this is really idea for cooperation. Next one, please. Okay, so I'm proposing new chapter for Bird of Feathers, really looking at this to see if this makes sense. Just suggestion. I think that's it. Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's not go to the next slide.
No, I mean, so this
That's why I didn't get the scholarship.
Yeah, because I don't know even what time is it.
We have time.
Okay. Well, so the idea is that, I was in Detroit and I was talking to Matt and Steve. What is vehicle? If mobile robot is vehicle, yes, a Myanmar is a vehicle, like self-driving cars, same technology. What about tractor? Like commercial vehicles. At the time in Detroit, they were talking about passenger vehicles. But I see here, we have commercial vehicles as well, fleet management. So I think the scope should be higher and bigger, and we're going to have more members. Any questions? No questions?
Can you go back to slide 6, please?
Yes. 6.
Well, tell me the number.
No, just the one before that one, the one past it. No, well, maybe, yeah, right there, sir.
Right.
Thank you.
Another question?
Okay, no other questions?
Okay, then thank you so much.
Mike, you have comments?
You know, we've been exploring this for about a year, so there's a huge interest within our membership around simulation, digital twin, and AI. And we've seen a huge adoption of VSS happening, you know, within, you know, the vehicle and the connected car industry. And we're seeing problems being solved in the industry as it relates to data and data standardization, even now starting to come from, you know, non-traditional types of vehicles. One of the reasons why we created the commercial and fleet vehicle Birds of a Feather group about 6 weeks ago was because of the success that we were seeing with BSS and what it's doing for that particular ecosystem and the adoption from Amazon with, you know, fleet-wise with BSS. And for the last year or so, we've been hearing a lot of other non-traditional automotive value behind them saying BSS looks like it could solve a lot of the problems that we're having. An example, you know, would be drones. Even though it's not the traditional vehicle, it's still data, collecting data, and having to access data in a common methodology. And then the talk of how about warehousing and plant floor? Because the robots or whatever that are moving stuff around from point A to point B, not a whole lot different than an automated vehicle. So we're very interested in taking BSS on how it's being used today to be able to extend the tree and be, you know, to other ecosystems like this. And it just so happens, you know, most of, you know, the companies that are members also have operations in plant floor and warehousing operations where VSS could be instrumental in helping them have access to information and create additional user and operator experiences that aren't easily done today. So we're hoping to be able to get input, feedback, you know, regarding our membership to talk about, do we want to form of a Birds of a Feather and get like-minded people together to talk and discuss what all the potential use cases and applications for that could be, and then to develop and present, or I should say propose, not present, potential project opportunity. What project, proof of concept, prototype, you know, could be implemented here. And the work that Walter and his company's currently doing, you know, they see immediate opportunities to take VSS and introduce it into that world. That would be, you know, hopefully mutually beneficial to those environments and ecosystems as well as the communities in which COVESA serves.
Thank you, Mike.
I just wanted to make sure I shared a little bit
Right.
more of the historical and why we're looking at this. It seems, you know, to make sense.
Right. I mean, this is just proposal and idea, but I think also that maybe climate is good because, like I said, they have office only in Germany and for operations in Germany. They opened other offices in Europe last year, and last month, office in Chicago. So climate could be good for cooperation, exploring. It does make sense. But I'm telling you, they have protocol and they have very minimum data.
If you don't mind, I kind of maybe a stupid question. I do not understand what is incremental to what NVIDIA is doing right now, because they've already built digital twins for BMW and VW, I think, in Leipzig or Porsche. What would be the incremental aspect of what you are proposing?
Well, see, the potential about really like life cycle and really and maybe taking advantage of VSS for these factories. Because, you know, when you design the car, vehicle, you have the digital form. Then you manufacturing also is digital. And then you operate is digital. So why not use the data across the whole life cycle? Why create just only after the production? Yes.
There's been a lot of talk this week about digital twins and stuff.
Yes.
This is the first mention about like the factory digital twin. Is that common practice? Like,
Well, I mean, like BMW, Mercedes-Benz, they are building new factories. And like I said, some of the simulation coming from the gaming, like Epic, Unity. So, like Epic, they created how digital twin for the factory in this simulation. And also, Epic told me that new Ford Mustang is using the engine for the infotainment, right? Okay. I think time is over.
Well, great. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you, guys.
introducing that topic, and we look forward to talking more.